Hey guys, welcome back to what is going to be the next in our list of the top 10 for each class in Marvel Contest of Champions. So we're up to the Mutant class now, as you can see. We've done the Skill class and I did the Mystic class already. So if you've missed those, go back and check those out. If not, if you've already watched those, then thanks very much. And if you're enjoying this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, comment as well, because it helps the algorithm. And just at least just tell me what you think to the tier list. You know, do you think it's a decent list? Do you think it could have been rearranged slightly? Anything like that is greatly appreciated, guys. So on with this. So the honorable mentions, I would say Havoc, which is still a fantastic champ. Toad is probably my favorite mutant champ from last year. There was only him, Sauron, and this amazing champ here. Captain Britain was absolutely useless. So yeah, Toad was the best in my opinion from 2022. Still a decent champ. So just missed out in my opinion. Sunspot is really, really good, guys. 7-star now. Doesn't really need the awakened ability, so if you get him as a 7-star straight out the gate, he's really, really good. Excuse me. White Magneto is fantastic as well. Not as good as Red Magneto, but his pre-fights are really, really good. And then there's numerous other ones that you'll come through as you realize that, hold on, why isn't he putting those in here? You might think, well, probably would have been an honorable mention, but I don't really want to ramble on and on about honorable mentions. So number 10 is going to be Colossus. Now, Colossus, when I started, he was absolutely awful. Really good buff, but a lot of people don't like playing Colossus because he's a little bit boring. He's just heavy, very heavy. I don't mind Colossus. I think he's pretty cool, but that's where he's coming in at anyway, is number 10. Number 9, I've decided to go with this guy here. Where is he? Namor. Namor, I think, is, when he first came out, he was absolutely amazing. One of the very best champs. But then they nerfed him or fixed him. I forget what it was at the time. And he kind of dropped down a little bit. People stopped using it. They even issued rank down tickets if you weren't around to rank down your Namor. But in my opinion, Namor is still a really, really good champion and a really good counter to a lot of really pain in the backside champions. So if you're not aware of this, if you do have him awakened in Sig 200, so 100% reduced damage from all sources while attacking his opponent. So he's fantastic against certain ones. I'm not going to go through all that now, guys, but he is an amazing, amazing champ. Okay, number 8 is going to be Domino. Domino, in my opinion, kind of dropped off a little bit. She was amazing when she first came out, and still a really, really good champ. Especially even better if you use the Flame of Trinity. And I would say with the with Battlegrounds coming out, she's made a resurgence and it's become more and more popular on the offensive front, but mainly on the defensive front. She is an absolute pain, and you pretty much need a decent counter for Domino to be able to sort her out very quickly on Battlegrounds. So she can be a big pain, guys. So that's one of the reasons why I put her here at number 8. Number 7, I've put Bishop. Bishop can be and is a bit of a pain in the butt on defense. He's a bit underrated, I think, a bit on offense, and just a decent all-around champion. One good thing about him is he doesn't need to be awakened. So if you do get him on as a 7-star, he's got to be one of the top 5 probably 7-star pulls in my opinion. So if you do happen to pull him as a 7-star, you are one lucky SOB. Number 6. Now, one of the guys in my alliance, if you're watching this feline, you'll love this one. You probably say he should even have gone higher. But Professor X. Professor X was one of my first rank 3s. I ranked him up unawakened. I do the contrary of my alliance mate, think that he needs to be awakened to get the most out of him. But he's still decent, I think. Still good unawakened, but he does get a lot better, I think, if he is awakened. But I think especially with, going against that mist mechanic and is able to manage champs like Spot at the moment, makes him extremely valuable. So if you've kind of slept on Professor X, then wake up and get him ranked up, or at least try him out, guys, because he is a little bit tricky to use. But once you get the hang of him, he's not too bad. Number 5, Red Magneto. Now, Red Magneto, I think, again, is another one of these that's probably had a bit of a resurgence with Battlegrounds. He's not my favorite champ to use. I think he's quite boring. But he's one of these that, especially on like Act 7 and 8, where you can bring in someone to counter the boss after the path. He's one of those ideal candidates. That way, if you'd use whoever you want to use for your main questing. But then that last boss, you think, oh, hold on, that champ's metal, and they will, definitely just get eaten up by Magneto. Then there you go, there's your guy. I'm surprised that Kabam didn't nerf Magneto because he is so powerful. For a while there, they were making champs to counter Magneto, but it seems to kind of gone by the wayside that now. So it seems like a lot of metal champs are able to be Magnetoed again now. So just keep your eye on him as a definite potential for against metal champions. Number 4, we're going to go back to a really oldie but a goodie, and that's going to be Omega Red. Omega Red is one of these champs, kind of like Hyperion, that has really stood the test of time. He's been around a long time, since when we got here, September 2018, so 5 years. But my goodness, just the death force just absolutely just melt opponents. So, if you're quite a bit of a newer player, you pull Omega Red and you think, oh, he's not new and flashy. If you can awaken him, guys, and sig him up, he needs to be sig 200 in my opinion. But if you can awaken him and sig him up, he will definitely do the business for you. Number 3, this is where it might get a little bit, people might disagree a little bit. I'm going to put Archangel in number 3. Another one of these OG champions. So March of 2017, this guy came out, or February. I can't remember how this is actually written on this website, whether it's the American way or the British way. But anyway, at the start of 2017, he came out, and he's still doing exactly the same thing as he was back then. If you can bleed them and you can poison them, then there's probably not a better champion in the game than Archangel. So keep an eye on him, guys. If you can bleed and poison the champ, and you've got Archangel, that's your man. Number 2. So surely you've got it figured out now who my top 2 are. And number 2 is going to be APOC. Apocalypse is just an absolute beast. I talked about him in quite a bit of depth in my unawakened mutant tier list that I just did a couple weeks ago, because he doesn't really need his awakened ability. He's a fantastic champ. When he first came out, it was more of a case of, hold on, all these horsemen, he can make all these other mutants so good. And he can, but it was kind of overlooked at how good he actually is himself. So I think he's slightly underrated on Battlegrounds as well. I think a lot of people kind of sleep on Apocalypse and Battlegrounds, but I think he's quite good at Battlegrounds. So if you're not really using him in your deck, then give him a try and see what you think. And the last one, guys, of course it is going to be, where is she? Where is she? There she is. Kitty Pryde. It's got to be Kitty Pryde. It's got to be. One of my top 2 or 3 champs in the game. She is absolutely fantastic. She has got so much utility. And my gosh, does she, just nuke people down. So, if you've got Kitty Pryde, spend a bit of time with her. She is a little bit tricky to use. But in my opinion, definitely not anywhere near as tricky as, some of the other, more highly skilled required champions to play the game. But a really, really cool champion, especially, you know, if you're running some of the synergies that she has with her to make her even better. But again, maybe some of those might require, you know, even more tricky champions to use, like Tigra. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I hope you've enjoyed the top 10. Hopefully it's not been too much different to than what you would have picked. But anyway, like I said at the start, please subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment below. I want to see what you guys think. It's been really enjoyable reading your comments recently, so let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.